Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle for the 1st of January 2022. I shall have to remember to put 2022 on forms and stuff. Normally, I forget for the first couple of months of the year. I'm still putting the previous year's year as part of the date. It's a habit I have. Welcome to 2022. I hope you all had a great celebration. If you had a celebration of the New Year last night and are recovering well, not too. I hope you don't have hangovers that are too bad or anything like that. It's expert level day for the Guardian Sudoku puzzle. We'll get on with that in just a second. Before I bring you some sad news you've probably seen already if you've turned on your TV or saw a newspaper or seen a newspaper or something, because Betty White has died. It is really sad, but she did make it to 99 and just a few days short of her 100th birthday. It would be nice if she'd got there, but 99 is a great age anyway. Betty White, what an incredibly talented actress, and just wonderful to watch her on the screen. I remember being recommended The Golden Girls by my mum. She said, "Have you seen that program, The Golden Girls?" I'd say, "What's it about?" She said, "Three old women in a flat or in an apartment or something." I thought, really, you want me to watch that? And didn't think it would be much good, but I sat down to watching it, and it was, of course, brilliant. Actors in general, we don't know much about them, do we? Because we mostly see them through the characters that they play. And she had played plenty of characters on TV. The Mary Tyler Moore show did go to the UK as well, and not all of the programs that she made were transferred to Britain. Many just stayed in America. But I had seen her in various films and stuff as well throughout the years. And even if you don't know something about the actors' lives themselves, we don't know about them. Sometimes with some actors, something about their own personality or their own character seems to shine through. And I think that seems to be the case with Betty White. I think people thought that they probably knew her, felt like they knew her, even though they really had no idea about her life. Anyway, it's quite a sad loss. And what can we say? Rest in peace, Betty White. Okay, let's get on with today's Guardian Sudoku expert level. It is actually a Saturday, if it feels like a Saturday where you are. And I'm going to put my glasses on and start looking at the grid. Okay, let's see what we can see. Oh, I see something immediately. As soon as I put my glasses on and look down, I can see threes, but I better quickly explain the rules because I normally do for the Guardian. So rows across contain 9 squares, columns down contain 9 squares, these blocks contain 9 squares. We just have to put numbers 1 to 9 in each of the squares. We sometimes call them cells. Okay, that's all you need to know. So this 3 cannot reappear in this row because we already have a 3 here. So there are 8 other empty squares, so we need numbers 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to fill up the rest of this row, but we can't use a 3 again. In other words, 3 cannot appear in these 3 squares here. We have the same idea for this 3 here, cannot appear in these 3 squares. So if we know that 3 is eliminated from the top row and the middle row in this block, there's only that square left. So we know that we can place our 3 in that square, and we will do it. Down here, the same idea. We have 4 blocking down here, 4 blocking across. Now we have 2 empty squares, but then we see this 4 blocking down this column, so we know 4 can't go there. So we can place our 4 in that square there. It says expert level game. We don't know just how much of an expert you will need to be to complete it at this stage. Sometimes it's tough, sometimes it's a walk in the park. as I say, we at this stage we just don't know. Don't know if this is going to help, but I have spotted a 6 and a 2 in this row blocking these two squares, meaning that 6 and 2 must be in these two squares, meaning that we can find the missing numbers here. Okay, yeah. So 6 and 2 block across here, so 6 and 2 is in this square and this square. Got it? So 1, 2, we don't have a 3 yet, 4, 5, 6. We don't have a 7 yet, 8, 9. So 3 and 7 are the missing numbers, and they must go into these empty squares here. Now we have a 3 blocking down here, so we know that the 3 goes there and the 7 goes there. And I've just had my first camera crash of the year. It didn't take long, did it? Just a few seconds into the new year, camera crash. That's a bad omen, but of course we don't believe in omens, so don't worry about that. Now I hope that it managed to capture the last thing that I was saying, which was putting this 3 and 7 in here. And I stopped speaking for a second, so hopefully it stopped at that time. I don't really know. I wasn't watching the camera. Right. Well, let's do, oh no. Yeah, okay, that'll do. In this column here, rows, sorry, here I'm getting my rows and columns mixed up for New Year. 4 blocks these 3 squares, this 4 blocks this square here, so 4 has to appear in that square there. Excuse my silence, I am looking around the grid. Ah, there we go. Had to count up to 6. All right, 6 blocks across here, 6 blocks up here. I was going through them very diligently, each number. I worked out the patterns for each number until I got to 6 before I could find the next easy number to place. The only thing I've seen of note at this stage is 9 and 4 blocking up here, 9 and 4 blocking across here, meaning that 9 and 4 are in these two squares. That's the only thing of note that I've seen. Now, if we know that this is 9 and 4, is that going to help us find anything else? I don't think it is, but hold on. So 9 and 4. 9 and 4. 1. Ah, yes, it is. Okay, 9 and 4 are in here. Now 6 blocks up here and 6 blocks up here. We can only look at this square now, not that one, because that must contain 9 or 4, so we can actually place our 6 there. So that did help us. Now 6 blocking across here and 6 up here. So 6 is in that square there. Okay, so 1 blocks here and 1 blocks here. So 1 is in one of these two squares, which will block across this row. 1 blocks across this row. Ah, no. I thought I'd seen 1 down here. I didn't realize actually I'm missing 1 there. Cancel that thought. I was just exploring ideas with you, dear viewer. Cancel that idea. It's going nowhere. It's a road to nowhere. Well, I think I'm going to have to resort to pencil marks at this stage because I don't see how I can go further without them. My memory capacity is limited in storage, as mentioned previously. And the patterns that I have seen can't produce anything that fantastic. So I shall begin with some pencil marks, I think. Alright, so let's do that. Now, before I go anywhere else, let me do that 2 and 4 that I mentioned as a naked pair up there, in case I forget. Right then, now, okay, so 1 blocks across here and up here, so we can place a pair of 1s as candidates there, and that will give us a pair of 1s down here. 1 blocks across here and across here, so actually 1 is available only in this row. I'll put it in the bottom right because that means it's not a pair. To me, I'll put candidates that are pairs within a block in the top left, and candidates that are not pairs but restricted to a row or a column. I'll put them in at the beginning as well. But I'll put them in the bottom right of the cell. Okay, let's go on. The 2's blocking down here and down here. That means 2 is a pair there. Oh, this of course was 2 and 6 and 2, wasn't it? 2 and 6. So we have 2 blocking. Oh, not 2 and 4. 4 and 4, oh my god, 9 and 4, sorry. 9 and 4, my apologies. Lucky I spotted that before any damage was done. Oops, sorry about that. It's a New Year snafu, but fortunately no damage done. You know, I worked out, you see that I said correctly earlier on and then just made a mistake when filling in the candidates. Okay, all right, let's try again. 2 is across here, so 2 is in one of these 3 squares, like that. Down here, 2 blocking here, down here, up here, so a pair of 2s as candidates there. Okay. 3 blocks across this row, and down here, so 3 is a pair here. 3 blocks down here and down here. Oh, look, there's a number. Okay, 3 blocking down here, and across here. 3 can go there. And now another pair, because 3 blocking across here and 3 blocking down here, across here. So 3s are there. I had seen these 3s here before, actually, when looking around before notation, but I hadn't seen that one. Right then, let's keep at it. 4s are in this strip and this strip. We can't limit more than that, so 4s in those 3 squares and 4s here. In the center block, I can't really say. 5s then, what's happening with 5s? 5 blocks down here, 5 blocks across here, so we have a pair of 5s, but they're not in a straight line. And that is that. Can't really say any more than that. Okay, then the 6s, 6 blocks across here and across here, so we have a pair of 6s in those squares. Up there we have 6 blocking across, so we have 6 in any of these 3 squares. Down here we have a pair of 6s, 6 blocking down, and across here, so a pair of 6s in those squares. 7s, good. 7 blocks down here, and across here, so we actually have a pair of 6 and 7s, so let's remove the 1s and place them in the top left, because that's now a fixed pair. I know they have to be there or there. 7s. Okay, 7 blocks across here, so 7 is a pair in those squares. No. 7 across here, 7 up there, so 7 is a pair, like so. Okay. 8 now, 8 blocks up here and across here, so a pair of 8s are available there, which puts a pair of 8s into these squares. Ah, 8 blocks down here, so 8 is a pair in these 2 squares, which I hadn't noticed before. Okay, and then 9s. Nine blocks down here and 9 blocks this square, so we have a pair of 9s available to us there. Nine up this column, down this column, and across this row, so a pair of 9s possible there. And I believe that's it. I think we have all of the paired candidates that we can place now. Okay, that's about as much as I can do then. So where should I go next? I'm going to try this bottom shoot along here to find further digits. Okay, so we got in here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 done. We don't have 7 yet. 7 blocks down here, or actually 7 blocks across here. That'll do. So we've got 7 in these 3 squares here. The 8 blocks down this column. So we've got 8 available like this, and our 9 blocks this square and down here. I was hoping we were going to find ourselves a lucky single there, but it didn't work out like that. I just had a feeling we might, but there you go. My feelings are not very good when it comes to Sudoku intuition. Right, over here then, 1, 2, 3, 4 is done. 5 is not done. 5 blocks across here, so we can place 5 in this square, and this square. Remember, this is 6 and 7 only, nothing else. 6, 7 are done. 8 blocks across the middle here. Nothing from on high, so 8, 8, and 8 are possible there, and 9 is done already. Okay, now is there anything going across here that we can get? Well, we got 3, 5. We do actually have a naked pair of 3 and 5. That's great, so we can get rid of that 5 immediately, and we can get rid of this 5, and because 5 is part of a pair here, which is easy to see in pen and more difficult on the computer and in the solution, in the solver that I use, we know that 5 goes there, and now we can say 5 blocking up there, so 5 is in this square, and 5 blocks across here, so 5 is there, and now we can place on this, in this block here, we can place our 5 somewhere in the middle row. Okay. Right, that was good, wasn't it? Some action. We also know that 1 is the last number that we need here, so let's place that in there. So we got 1's there, 1's there, and 1's there. So we can't do anything with that pattern. It's an impossible pattern to work with in Sudoku. Now 1 blocking up here, 1 blocking up here. I just noticed. Actually, I should have put a pair of 1's there previously. I've done it now, and now we have 1's as the last remaining digit there. That means that this 1 is no longer true. 1 must in fact appear in that square there. Now 3, oh no, that doesn't help. Okay. This 7 blocking down here puts a pair of 7's in those squares there. The 4 blocking up here puts a pair of 4's here, so now we have a pair of 7 and 4 in those squares. We can get rid of the 8, and we can place our 8 in that square there. Right, shall we continue? I've noticed a 1 8 1 8 here, so that's good. So no more 1s or 8s can appear in this column. So what does that mean? Actually, not much. The 1's already in place here, and the 8s, well, they could still go in those squares, so that's not going to give me a great deal. But anyway, let's continue on with our... Oh, hold on a second. Have I seen something? 2 6 2 7? No. Okay, let's continue on with our candidate filling. By the way, I'm not rushing this one, as you can plainly see, even though I haven't had breakfast yet. And it's, wow, it's really late. It's 10:30 already. Normally I play the game much earlier than this. But you know, a New Year lie-in. No work to get up for sure. So 1 2 3 4 is placed 5 blocks across here and 5 blocks down here, so there are 3 possibilities for 5. Let's write them in. 6 and 7 are done. 8, as I said, 1 and 8 means that no 8s can appear here. We have 8 blocking here, so we know that 8s are possible in these squares here. And then the 9 blocks across here and down here, so 3 possible locations for 9. I'm surprised. This just seems to be too many candidates in here. Really? 1, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I guess it's right. Okay, shall we just swing back in this direction? I don't think it matters now. We've got 2 more blocks that need to be filling. Let's try the top one, shall we? In that case, 1 2 3 4 5 6 is done. 7 is not done. 7 blocks up this central column, and so 7 is available in these places. 8 9 is done now. I don't think there's anything up here that we can get, is there? No. Okay, and so down here 1 is placed 2 blocks across here. Do we not know anything else about 2s? It appears not. So 2 blocks across here, so 2 is available in those squares. 3 we have. 4 block is placed 5 blocks across here and up here, so 5 blocking there and 5 blocking there, so 5 in these squares. 6 7 are done. 9 is done. 8 is not. Oh, I thought we were going to get ourselves a Merry Christmas. I mean a single here. 8 blocking up there and 8 blocking across there. Oh, how annoying. Knocks out. Oh no, actually not that annoying, because it's going to give us a naked pair of 8 and 5. Okay, 8 across here and 8 up here, so 8 8 and 8. But look, 8 and 5 now are a naked pair here, so that means the 8 that I just put in I didn't really need. Let's transfer them to the top left and make it easier to see that that is a naked pair. Okay, it also means that the 8s along here I can remove, and the 5s, there's a 5 here that can go. And I think that means that that's a naked pair of 5 now, right? 5 have to appear here. Yeah, it does. So 5 is now promoted to the top left in my little notation scheme. Okay, this 5 has to go, of course, over here. Okay. This 5 up here, actually, I should have done that ages ago, shouldn't I? Look, just noticed. That's a 3. You'll probably be... Don't bother about complaining in the comments. I know I missed that one. Yes, you're right. I should have seen it. Okay, so then that's a 3 and 5. So the 5 goes there now. So that's a 2. And that's a 3. And I think the game is probably going to be fairly straightforward from here on in. We've got 3, so that's an 8. We've got the 8, so that's a 4. We've got the 4, so that's a 7. 4 goes here. This is the only place for a 5 now. We're left with 1 and 9 pair here. This 8 blocks that 8 there, so 8 must in fact appear. Oh no, actually there's 2 possibilities for 8 here or here. Shall I move them up? Let's move them up. There you go. I'm being quite diligent today. Right. What was I doing? Back in this direction. So there's a lot to do over here now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is done. We need a 7 for this row, so the 7's got to go there. And we have an 8, so the last number we need is a 9 for this row. So let's put that 9 in. Now we need 4 for this square. Let's do a bit of candidate removal, shall we, before we go any further. So let's get rid of the 4 there. The 7 means that goes, and so we're left with 6 and 2 pair here. Oh, let's move them up. 6 and 2, there we go. So we've got 8, 5 here, 6, 2 there, 1 and 9 there, 1 and 8 there, 1 and 7 there, 9 and 4 there. Just in case it turns out to be a logic puzzle later. I don't suppose that it will, but it could still happen. There's still enough space left for it to turn into a kind of logic puzzle later. Right, what else do we need to remove? This 5 means that that is not true any longer. Okay, so 5 is going to be a pair in those squares. What else can we move? This 7 goes up here, blocking up here, so 7, get rid of that 7. Okay, and so and so nothing. Sure, I'm missing something here. 6. Ah, do we have ourselves a logic puzzle after all? Or have I missed something? Okay, 7 blocks down here. So that 7 is not true. That 7 is not true. 7 now blocks down here. 7 blocks there. So 7 is there. That's going to give us a 6 here. A 7 there. 6 means that this is a factor 2. A 6 goes there. It's not going to be a logic puzzle. 6 blocks here. So that's a 2. And the 6 goes there. We just need a 2 to complete this row now. So put the 2 in. That will give us a 9 in this square and 8 in this square. Our 9 means that's a 4. Our 9 must go in that square there. Where are we? Okay, 9 means that that's not a 9 any longer. 9 will have to be in that square there, giving us a 1 here and an 8 here. Our 8 gives us a 1 in that square, 8 in that square. 1 means this is our 1, our 9 goes there. A little bit to do, but I don't think it's going to cause us consternation here, because now we have 2 blocking up here, 2 blocking up here, and 2 blocking across here, so we can place our 2 there. We just need a 1 in that square now, which will give us a 1 there and a 7 there. So the 7 blocks across here, 7 blocks up here. That's a 7. There was a pair of 8s, so the 8 goes there. We're just looking for 5 and 6 to finish this. Along here we have a 6 blocking, so our 6 goes there, our 5 goes there. This has to be an 8 then, and our 5 will be here for our first expert level puzzle of the year. Not exactly an expert level puzzle, but quite reasonably enough a challenge for those of you with a hangover or feeling rough after celebrations from yesterday's New Year New Year, whatever it is, I don't know, New Year celebrations. There we go. So thank you, and join me later this day, later this year. I have committed to continuing for at least another year. I'll review at the end of this year if it's worth continuing again. If I'm still enjoying it, I probably will. Okay, that's it, and still in health, of course. Thank you, and hope to see you again later today or this year. Bye-bye.